Welcome. I'm Keith Albritton alongside Justin Lee.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's going to be good.
Kind of get to know us and who we are, how we do business. We're going to talk all things mortgage. We're going to try to cover everything, Justin. So,
Loans for homes.
Loans for homes. Welcome to Loans for Homes, and it's a good Friday out here. The sun is shining. We're out in Hermitage today, and we've got some special guests, Steve and Laura Bone with Grandview Custom Homes, and we're going to talk renovation, and we're going to talk new construction builds and how you can get money. Everybody, we went through it last year, redoing our home, doing some renovations. We did our kitchen, master bath, and I think those are the two biggest things. But we're going to talk today about what you can do, what's available out there, how you can get money, all that good stuff. So guys, welcome today.
Thank you.
Hi, thank
You got it. Thanks for being with us. So tell us a little bit about your background and what you guys do, what you offer.
So I'm going to let Laura talk about that.
Thanks. So Steve has been building homes in Middle Tennessee for about almost 30 years now, about 30 years. He was the vice president of a very well-known builder in Williamson County. He built over, 900 homes in West Haven?
Hundreds of them.
Hundreds of homes. About 7 years ago, Steve ventured out on his own and we started Grandview Custom Homes. So we have been building custom homes in several large communities, some in Williamson County, Hendersonville, Hermitage, and now we have branched out also. We are building custom homes on your land and your lot, and we have also started doing renovations and remodeling, and we're super excited about that because you can take this guy's talent of being a custom builder and only the highest quality and our designers and our visions and put them into actually redesigning the home that you currently live in.
Well, that's awesome, Steve. So 30 years, man, you've seen the ebbs and the flows.
I've seen it come up and down, and hopefully we'll start seeing it come back down again where it's affordable for people to own a home. But until those times, a lot of people are looking at renovating rather than purchasing new homes. So we decided, you know what, that's a great opportunity for us to expand our company and the business and go ahead and offer renovations for people, which we're really excited about.
Yeah, because we're seeing a lot of people right now, they're scared to list their homes. They have no place to go. They can't replace their homes, so why not stay there, right? Make some improvements. And we'll talk a little bit later too about what return on investment, right? So Absolutely. The money you spend, what that can do for you for selling down the road. So another thing with your expertise too is that, if you're like me, you come in, you kind of know what you're going to do. You may have a vision, but it's hard to put that on paper.
Right.
So they need somebody like you who can plan that, draw it out for them,
right, and
put that vision to work. And because again, it's hard to see that until the finished product. And we're in a great new house that you guys did here. I mean, I don't know who decorated this thing, but it's great. So you can take everything that you see here and just kind of help someone.
Right, and we have a design center in this model home as well. So even on renovations, people will come in, meet with our designers. They will go through the entire process with them, just like building a new home. So we've got all of the different samples for them to look at. They're not having to run all over the place. And we've, collapsed it into an area where they're not a lot of running around and that type of stuff. And, our expert construction people as well as our designers are phenomenal when it comes to being able to look at a project and go, hey, this is really what I think is going to look great. What's your style? Where do we go from here? And really help people along through that tough curve on renovations.
Yeah, and that is tough because I can remember how much time it took for my wife and I to drop everything we're doing, go here, there, and yonder, right? You got to go look at all this, make your selections, and that was time consuming. So with you guys consolidating that, giving people ideas right on the spot,
right.
I mean, that's huge.
And it helps a lot, and it makes it easier for them as well. And everybody worries about, construction going on throughout the process. We do schedules for people, full budgets. So it's not like you're going in at the end, you're saying, oh gosh, we're $100,000 over budget because nobody has gone through and actually done a full budget. So we would do a full budget on a renovation just like we do on a home. So every nail, every 2x4, all the countertops, cabinets, anything we do in that renovation is priced up front. So there's no guessing game to it. And that's where our team has that expertise. We've built so many homes that we can break it down and show people exactly where they're going to spend money and where the best places to spend that money is as well. where you'll get that return on investment when it comes to resale, 2 or 3 or 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
That investment is there.
I think one thing too that I really like about these projects is Steve's able to help people to see where they can save money too. So if somebody has an unlimited budget, it's always easy to create their vision and do exactly what they want. But if their vision has a budget, with, let's face it, everybody's vision these days has a budget, we're able to get the vision completed, but show them ways they can save money so that they stay within the budget that they want to stay in, but they're also able to have the vision that they hope for.
Yeah,
so,
and that's what's hard is staying within budget because everybody has that champagne taste on a beer budget, as we say.
Right.
Yep.
But I know there's probably ways to save in this area. Maybe we can save money here to allocate somewhere else if you want a solid gold toilet. Then, hey, here's how we can do that.
Absolutely. And, that's the key to this is budgeting up front. Having a remodeler come in, what we'd like to call chucking a truck, and they're just going to throw a number out there. You really don't know what your budgets are for countertops or for this or for that. We're able to, condense it down and go, okay, this is what the kitchen is going to cost. If you want to save some money here, we can, pull from this part over here and put it into the kitchen. And as we go through the process, we meet with the client as well throughout the process, and we go over where we are on the budget. So they get an opportunity to see every bill that we get as well.
Yeah.
And if for some reason we're a little bit over budget, we have the opportunity by doing it that way to pull from somewhere else so that we stay on budget. It's not just at the end of the renovation, all of a sudden you're $50,000 or $100,000 over budget.
It's a bad feeling.
And we see it all the time. And as a builder, I never want to see that because I don't want to go to my client and go, hey, I need you to stroke a check for this amount now. So throughout the process, we are going through the budget with our clients and we're showing them where we are.
Man, what a concept. Transparency.
Full transparency.
Yeah, there's nothing better than full transparency.
Right.
Because there's a lot of contractors out there, Steve, that won't do that.
Right.
And that end up with those big cost overruns in the end because they're not managing it.
Exactly. And we, that's one of our big goals is to make sure that we do it that way. So there is no surprises at the end. And if we manage to save that client money on, let's say a kitchen, for example, we thought was going to be $50,000 and we've brought it in at $45,000. Now they have an additional $5,000 to use somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. So we do all our renovations on a cost plus basis as well. So they get the opportunity to save money on products. So they get our pricing on the products, which usually saves anywhere from 10 to 20% on materials, subcontractors, and that kind of stuff. And and then we get to just put ours on each piece, our percentage, and it's big savings to that client. And I think we're probably one of the only remodelers that actually do a cost plus like that, and it's worked out wonderful. Our clients love it. Our team loves doing it that way because it is full transparency.
Yeah, and I bet too, Steve, since you've got so much time in the business here, you've got dedicated subs.
Absolutely.
That you have control over. Because if you go with somebody and they don't have those dedicated subs, you're at the mercy of your subs. You really are. But with you having done this so long in those relationships, you can go right to them. You can put them on a timeline and everything else where somebody else may not have any control.
That you're absolutely right, and that goes not just with the subcontractors, but with vendors and suppliers. Because we're, a large builder and the volume of homes that we do, we get good discounts, but we also get preferential treatment. So our subcontractors, a lot of guys that have worked for me for 20, 25 years. And they do that because they know the quality that we want, so there's no surprises. They know that they're going to get paid on every job. They know they get paid every week. So they show up. They want to be on that job. I see remodels sitting for so long with other contractors. I'll go buy a house and nothing will happen in a matter of 2 weeks as I drive by. I don't see any difference. We have guys on site pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
We also have project managers and myself that are on site every day. And that's another really important thing. It's not just doing it by telephone. We're on site making sure that it gets done, and it gets done right.
Yeah, that's huge. Well, let's talk real quickly too, because I'm sure everybody, you don't have the money just sitting around to do a renovation or a remodel. And we can tell you how you can do that. So there's a multitude of ways. One tried and true way is a home equity line of credit. So if you own your house today, you've got some equity in there, you can use a line of credit. So we'll do an appraisal and we'll typically loan 89.9% of what the value is minus what you owe. So the beauty of an equity line is you have full control. So that's just a line of credit, Steve, and someone can go access it. If you need a draw, well, they just act like their own bank. They can take money from that, pay you, and do that, right? It's a lot less hassle because you do have full control of your money. You're not going to have to worry about inspections and things like that, right? So call us if you have any questions on the HELOC. That is a very tried and true way. And if you've got a low interest rate right now on your first mortgage, you don't have to touch that, guys. You get to hang on to that 2 or 3% rate that you're so fond of. On the flip side, let's say maybe you don't have any equity or you're opposed to a home equity line of credit. Well, we do have a renovation loan. So what we do is
we also have a fixed rate HELOC as well on our rapid HELOC, so you can have it in 7 to 10 days and still do a 30-year term without touching your first mortgage.
I forgot about that, Justin. Thanks for doing that, because most of your HELOCs are variable rate. So we do have a fixed rate option on that too. So good point. But a renovation is going to be just like a new construction loan. So we're going to have Steve work up a budget, a cost breakdown, plans and specs, all that good stuff, and then an appraisal will be ordered, and the appraiser is going to look at it as if the project was completed today. And he says, okay, if everything's done according to plans and specs, what's this house worth right now? Right. And then we're going to loan you up to 95% of that amount, which is huge. Now we can do that all the way up to the conforming loan limits. And Justin, what's a conforming loan limit here in Middle Tennessee?
Oh, it's up to, I want to say 980.
980. So that's huge, guys. That's going to cover a lot of what's out there. So, and there's some options too if you go above that, but the tried and true way is to keep it below the 980 threshold. So really the way that works, it's a 30-year fixed rate. We are going to pay off your current first mortgage because we got to be in a first lien position. So as your contractor needs money, needs a draw, they'll put in a draw request. We'll send an inspector out to make sure that work has been performed, because we don't want to cut a check to somebody. Make sure, guys, that you're monitoring that too. You don't want to send money to someone for work that has not been performed yet. So there's some oversight there.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure the work's been completed. And then when it is, we'll turn that in. We'll cut a check right to the contractor, or we can manage that too, guys, through your bank account. We can deposit that and you can write the check to the contractor. So there's really some double oversight there as well. So it's not a real, involved process there. Mainly the inspections, you're going to have normal closing costs on the transaction. All that gets rolled into the transaction, so there's no out-of-pocket cost to do that. So we make it very simple. So make sure you can call us, for that. Any questions you have, my number is 615-347-0578.
Well, we can also look at a cash out refi if those options work as well. So if you want to borrow up to 80% of your appraised value, we can do a just true cash out and hand you the difference in cash. So also my number is 865-406-8486.
And we talked about, let's talk about return on investment here real quick. I think the biggest things you do, kitchen remodels, master bath, master bedroom, right? And those seem to be the things you get the most return on. So this is a study here from, let's check this out here. Remodel Magazine. Okay, so hopefully they know what they're doing. But just to kind of give you an idea of recent numbers that they did to say what kind of return, and then basically they can give you 3 scales here. If you're doing just a basic renovation, a medium, and then you're going to go all out and do this thing to the 9s. So let's take a kitchen remodel, for instance. Let me get there. So if you're doing a minor kitchen remodel, they're estimating a cost to be around $27,000. It's going to add about $26,000 of value there. So your return on investment is 96%. That's huge. There's not many things you can do in a house that you're going to get dollar for dollar back. Now, a major renovation, they're saying a major renovation is going to cost somewhere between $158,000 to $200,000. I would agree with that. And in that case, your return on investment is going to be 38%. So you're spending more. You're still getting you're not getting dollar for dollar, but you're still getting a lot of value there. And I think most people, it's the number one room you can come into. If a house is vacant, you can still see a kitchen, how it sits every day, right? You don't need furniture to see it. And I think if the truth holds from what we've seen, the woman has a big deciding factor when we walk into a house, and the first place they're going to go look is that kitchen typically.
And then the master bathroom.
And then the master bathroom. That's exactly right. What about windows? I mean, windows are the big thing. You got wooden windows. Guys, they make so many good windows this day and time. Composite. I know there's aluminum clad. There's stuff that there's really it looks just like wood, but you have to never rot and everything else.
Right, and that's a huge, that's another huge thing that we do is we do full window replacement, door replacement, all of that type of stuff, and we use a vinyl clad window, which is really good, so you never have to maintain them, you don't have to worry about it. They come with a lifetime warranty.
You don't have to paint them either.
You never have to paint them.
Yeah.
We can buy them in different colors now as well, so if you wanted exterior darker windows of bronze and that type of stuff, that's something that we can completely do as well.
Yeah, that's great. We did window and front door replacement this last year too, and we love it. But let's say you're doing vinyl, they're estimating around $22,000 a cost and a value added back at $15,000. So return on investment at 67. Or if you're doing wood windows, they're looking at $26,000. That's a $17,000 return, or 62%. So good stuff here. Laura talked to us. She mentioned too about you guys doing new construction for someone that has a lot, or if they want to buy a lot, and you guys can build their dream home on their lot.
Absolutely. So we have expanded now that we are building custom homes on your lot or your land. If you already have your own piece of property and you own it, we can meet with you about building your dream home on that land, and we can also help you to find that perfect piece of property as well.
That's awesome. Guys, if you do have land or you want to buy land, we do offer land loans, and we also offer a traditional one-time close construction loan. So it works the same way as a renovation, plans and specs, budget, everything with your builder, and we do an appraisal, and then we will loan you up to 95% of that appraised value. And that can be to acquire the land and to build the house, so as long as it fits within that window.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, so it's good stuff. So guys, no reason to wait. We've got loans for you, right? These guys can do your renovation. They can build your new home. And guys, how can they reach to you guys? How can they find you?
Best way to reach us is by phone at 615-481-1278. You can also go to our website, which is www.mygrandviewhome.com, and just click the contact button and send us your information. We'll get someone to call you right back.
That's awesome. Guys, thank you for letting us come in today to your beautiful model home.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the good information. Guys, give these guys a call. I've known them for a long time. They're very trustworthy. Their word transparent came up several times in this conversation, so you can trust them. Give them a call today for that renovation or that new construction. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.